all he did was go out there and get the job done. All these fighters nowadays, I want the money. I want the Floyd Mayweather money. I want the Floyd Mayweather money. Look, what I did didn't happen overnight. Before I even fought on pay-per-view for the first time, I probably was a professional almost 10 years. I don't really know what the number is, probably 7 to 8 years. I want these fighters to go out there and produce. Go out there and produce like I did. Go out there and fight the best. And that's what Badu Jack did. That's why he's making 7-figure paydays.
Floyd, we obviously want to talk about you. It's been a little over a year since you stepped away from the game.
Last time I fought was
September 2015.
2015, we had 2017.
Well, two things have happened since then. Number one, you retire. Number two, 2016, a very forgettable year for boxing. Fans very upset. How much of those two facts related in your eyes?
Well, I told him before, Floyd Mayweather, with me leaving the sport, I still was going to be the face of boxing. I'm not just the face of boxing. I'm the face of mixed martial arts also. And I'm not a mixed I'm not an MMA fighter, but I do support all contact sports. I haven't seen an MMA fight in a while, but anytime I see an MMA fighter that want to take a picture with me, I'm going to take a picture with them because they go through a lot. You know, fighters go through a lot to get to a certain level, and MMA fighters go through a lot, just like boxers go through a lot.
There's a natural segue there because, Floyd, let's be honest, ESPN.com in 2016, you're on the MMA page making headlines as much on the boxing page. It's because of that man's name, Conor McGregor. You talked a lot about him on First Take. You gave him the $15 million offer with the pay-per-view bonus there to try to make this boxing match. Let's be honest. Do you believe he's realistic, that he really wants this fight, or maybe that he's using this to stay in the headlines?
Conor McGregor, I want to tell everybody this right now. Do he want to fight? Absolutely not. I'm trying to see if he really want to fight, but we can't make the fight happen because he's not his own boss. And I want the world to know this. Just a fight, like 2 fights ago, he was just tapping out. He was just quitting. They said, a lot of fighters, you got legendary fighters, you got fighters of today, you got MMA fighters. Everybody say, Floyd Mayweather, do what's wrong. Call me what you want to call me, but I'm not a quitter. I don't quit.
He did run back that loss in August against Nate Diaz.
But he didn't. I still thought he lost.
Close 5-round decision.
I still thought he lost, and it's wrong that Nate Diaz. When I talked to Nate Diaz FaceTime, he said that they put him on the shelf. Nate Diaz said, "Floyd, I want to fight. He said, ever since the second fight with Conor McGregor, they put me on the shelf. I'm ready to stay busy and stay active. Nate Diaz even talked to me about coming to box.
What does that conversation look like? You and Nate Diaz on a FaceTime. You could sell pay-per-view buys to watch that conversation, I would guess.
Yes.
What's talked about on that kind of call?
It's something positive. I encouraged him. Don't worry about nothing. Everything's going to play out good. Everything's going to happen. Everything happens for a reason. And you should be A-okay.
When you look at Conor McGregor and his ability to sell and market, how much of Floyd Mayweather do you see?
Everybody is saying this. If Conor McGregor is kind of still in the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, as far as with the cars, kind of like with the jazzy dressing, I can't knock him. He's doing the right thing. He's doing what he's supposed to do. No different from every fighter piggybacks off of the Mayweather name. They're supposed to.
Have you two talked? What kind of
I don't even know
business
him.
Discussions, anything?
I don't even know him. I think I seen Conor McGregor fight. I seen him tap out. And then I didn't really see, I seen like somebody had kept bringing the phone to me, let me see his last fight. But little clips, not really the whole fight. They're showing me little stuff. You hear him talking. They talking about Floyd, this guy want to fight you. But, I didn't get a chance to really watch the whole fight. Somebody was trying to come bring me the phone. I was at a wedding. Isaiah Thomas from Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics. Very good.
You know, that's one of my best friends. I was at his wedding, so somebody brought the phone over to me, let me see it, but I'm at the wedding, and I don't want to be disrespectful to Isaiah Thomas because he's a friend of mine.
All right, Floyd, let's bring this back to boxing. Our own Dan Rayfield in his 2017 wish list said one of his wish lists for the new year, more Floyd Mayweather. He says, quote, "We miss him." What does Floyd Mayweather miss?
Well, I want to say this
being
to people. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. And can I contradict myself? Absolutely, I can contradict myself because I'm only human. Floyd Mayweather's not perfect. God only made one thing perfect: my boxing record.
Floyd, you said after retirement you're not coming back. All of us media, we said, you know, that's just what boxers say. He will be back.
What do you want to see?
What did we miss, though?
What do you want to see?
Oh, I want to see you against the elite welterweights in the world. I want to see Mayweather-Thurman, Mayweather-Spence. I want to see this passing of the torch. Because the torch might not get passed, Floyd. I know you're pushing 40. You're still number one with a bullet.
But next month, Thurman is a hell of a fighter, and Spence is a hell of a fighter. But one thing we cannot do right now in boxing, I mean, out of all the fighters, I don't know if it's Pacquiao or Canelo, but Canelo probably is doing better numbers than Pacquiao now in pay-per-view. I'm really not sure. But, you know, boxing is here to stay. And I'm proud of Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, Errol Spence. There's so many young fighters. Terrence Crawford. There's so many young fighters out there that's making noise in boxing.
What do you think about that?
But you have to realize this. I'm an old man now.
Okay.
So I'm smart. And we believe in working smarter, not harder. And the best business move for me is Conor McGregor. That's what the world wants to see.
I can't argue with that one.
That's what the world want to see. I didn't get to where I got to by not being smart. I'm a sharp mind. I'm a sharp guy, and I have a sharp mind.
All right, you step away from the sport, that pound-for-pound number one slot that you held down, really going back to maybe the Corrales fight, maybe before that, was up for grabs. A lot of people gave it to Chocolatito Gonzalez. Right now, I'm giving it to Andre Ward from that victory over Cleveland. Who do you give it to?
No, we're not going to do that.
I did it. You can't take it back.
No, we're not going to do that. Where you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
No.
I'm from the 203. You know, people talk about the 209 a lot. I'm from the 203, though, all right?
I don't know. We're not going to. I like Andre Ward. But one thing about me, I call a spade a spade. He didn't win.
There's a lot of Floyd in him, not in his marketability, but in his ability to limit the damage, right?
There's a lot of money Mayweather in him.
Okay.
Pretty Boy Floyd is a total different fighter. He's a combination puncher. Extremely fast. Probably the fastest hands in history.
Faster than Gary Russell Jr.?
It's a couple Gary Russells, right? I know there's one that was in the Olympics. There's another
that's the guy.
You're not talking about the guy, Gary Russell, that lost to Lomachenko.
I am. Fast hands. Don't get sidetracked on it. Keep going where you're going.
Okay. I got to kind of sidetrack. You got to let me know this. These guys get upset when I call a spade a spade.
Who's your number one pound for pound? That's where we're at here.
I mean, I can't really say. I mean, Chocolatito. Chocolatito has to be number one. We're not going to do that because he haven't lost yet, and he's a hell of a fighter.
All right, your money, Mayweather. Welterweight is always the money division in the sport. 2-3 years from now, who's that guy that's number one on top?
I really think that it's going to come down to two fighters. I think that Terrence Crawford is going to eventually fight Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, or Garcia. But then Lara. We can't.
Erislandy Lara?
So, but we got to say Canelo is going to end up fighting Errol Spence down the line in a big, big fight. I think it's going to come down to those two. That's just my honest opinion.
Real quick, Canelo, is he ducking Triple G, or is this smart business?
Canelo is not ducking Triple G. Canelo will beat Triple G. He's not ducking Triple G, yes. Triple G is the same guy that was just getting outboxed by a welterweight, if I'm not mistaken.
Brooke had its moments in that fight.
I don't want. He was just a guy. It was even. I know boxing. This is what I do. Nobody in the world knows boxing like me.
The record proves it.
Oh, the experience proves it, and everything else proves it. You name him, I cooked him.
Canelo beats Triple G. Floyd Mayweather said. Right?
Canelo knocks Triple G out.
Whoa.
And Triple G got his hands full with who he's gonna fight.
He's gonna fight Daniel Jacobs.
Jacob can fight. Now the thing is this: Jacob can dish it out, but he have to be able to take it. But it's all about who gets who first.
Okay.
Now at the end of the day, they tell me Danny Jacob has changed trainers. Right? If I'm not mistaken. They said he's changed trainers.
Yeah, he used to have his uncle, no, I'm sorry, he switched to Virgil.
Virgil Hunter's, Virgil Hunter's not a good trainer at all. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. With or without Virgil Hunter, I think that...
I'm not sure if he changed trainers, but
I think that...
keep it going.
Because at the end of the day, Virgil Hunter, I think he's a cool guy. He's a nice guy at the end of the day. But a guy that's never fought before, that's never been in a crunch moment, how can he tell you about a crunch moment if he's never been in a crunch moment? I need a trainer that's in my corner, that's been in there before and felt contact and know how it is to be in a fight. I don't care if it's an amateur fight. You have to have some type of experience at boxing. So can Virgil Hunter be in my corner? Absolutely not. But do I think he's a cool guy? Absolutely.
He does the whispering in the corner, the careless whisper gets in Andre Ward's ear, just, real calm, real cool.
If I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, I want a trainer to be on my ass. But you got to realize this. We seen what Virgil did with Amir Khan. We seen what he did with Andre Berto.
Very true.
And do I like Andre Ward? Yes, I do like Andre Ward. But Andre Ward, we got to make some major changes. If you're gonna fight, what's the guy name?
Sergey Kovalev.
Kovalev. If you're gonna fight Kovalev again, you got to make some major changes. You got to go get you a trainer that's been in the crunch before.
Floyd Unplugged. This was great. This is like a podcast. I don't hear you on podcasts these days.
Oh, you know me, baby. I'm giving it to you raw. And any fighter out there that's watching this,
Let's reiterate. Saturday.
One promotion.
Showtime.
Saturday. Showtime. Unification bout. Super middleweight. You got James DeGale, the IBF champion, gold medalist in the Olympics before, versus Badu Jack the Ripper, a guy who doesn't duck or dodge anyone, a hard-working blue-collar fighter, and he's looking to going up to light heavyweight and fighting Andre Ward.
Wow. No shortage of sound bites here, Floyd.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
Good luck to your fighter on Saturday. Good luck to your promotional company. Stay busy while you're outside of the ring, as always.